Okay, Assalamualaikum. We continue with our lesson 5.1.2, representation of organic molecules. Okay, there are several ways of how you want to write a molecule structure. So it's either you can write by its molecular formula, structural formula dia. Okay, molecular formula macam ni lah, seketul macam ni. Kita simplify everything. We combine whatever carbon, whatever atom in the same, we total up the same atom. Carbon ada 2, hydrogen 7, nitrogen 1. But that is your molecular formula. But for a structural formula, buka segalanya. We write it as usual lah. Macam yang kita biasa tulis kan. Kita lukis macam ni. So, C2H7N. So, kita tak tahu position dia dekat mana. Siapa attached to which. N attached to C or N attached to H. So, in a molecular formula, we cannot identify dia punya bonding dia kepada siapa. But in a structural formula, you can identify that the C attached to the N and N attached to 2 hydrogen. Tapi dekat kat sini, mana kita tahu berapa hydrogen dia attached kepada N ni. So, molecular formula, so it's just a brief formula that shows how many atoms involved in that particular formula. Tapi for a structure formula, kamu buka segalanya, we can see all the bondings that the atom, that the molecule has. So contohnya yang ni, with the same formula C2H7N, you can have an ethanamine ataupun dimethylamine. So there are two types of structural formula from the same molecular formula. So these two are called the isomers of this molecular formula. Okay. Structural formula ni yang besar ni, yang kita nampakkan semuanya, boleh pula pecahkan lagi kepada 4. Expanded, condensed, skeletal and 3D. So this is the expanded, which you show everything in the molecule. So this is a condensed structural formula where you simplify the formula. Skeletal, rangka saja, ranting-ranting saja yang dilukis. 3D as it is. Dia ada solid wedges dengan dia ada dotted wedges. Okay. Number 1, expanded formula, structural formula. Shows every atom and type of covalent bond in the molecule. So daripada expanded structural formula, kamu boleh nampak siapa attach kepada siapa, apa dia punya functional group, apa dia punya attachment, dia ada double ke, triple ke, single bond ke. So everything being showed in this type of formula, structural formula. Yang B, condensed structural formula does not show single bond, tak ada, between carbon and hydrogen, but double and triple bonds are shown. Sometimes carbon single bonds are shown for clarity. So, sometimes, but most of the time, we didn't show the single bonding in the condensed structural formula. So, contohnya, expanded structural formula. So, kalau kamu tengok ke sini, dia ada C, kalau kita cuba buat dia punya condensed, bukan condensed. C4H10. So, this is your molecular structure. Molecular formula. Formula. So this is your molecular formula. This is your standard formula. Lepas tu yang ni ialah condensed dia. So kamu nampak, ini bila dia bracket ni lepas tu ada 2 kat bawah tu, maksudnya it's a repeating unit. Dia repeat. Kalau tidak kamu nak kena tulis panjang. Katakanlah ini ada rantai ni ada 10 carbon. Takkan kamu nak tulis CH2 panjang. So we simplify this by making a parenthesis and show how many repeating units they have in the expanded structure. So you make a condense of it. Okay. Contohnya ni, expanded structure, you have two double bonds kat sini. So it clearly showed in a structural formula, every bonding is being showed in the formula. Tapi kalau tak structural, can you identify, let's say lah, you've been given this structure, can you identify whether the structure will have a double bond or triple bond or single bond? So tak nampak kan? So secara senang, buka akan dia punya structure formula dan you see that there are two double bonds in the structure. Okay, this is how you want to write the expanded menjadi condensed. So sama je. Yang first CH2. So dia tak CH2 dekat sini. Lepas tu C. Ada CH3 dekat dia. CH3. Bila ada benda yang bracket, maksudnya benda tu ialah bercantum dengan yang sebelahnya. Before. Okay, so this is CH. So this is your CH and CH2 at the end of the structure. So, ini is either you can write this way or you can write this way because it is optional to show double or triple bonding. So, optional to show carbon double or triple bond. Okay. So, contohnya yang ni pula. You have an expanded structural formula. In your formula, there is an O here. So, you know that this is a functional group dia apa kat sini? Okay. Homologous dia ialah ether. This is an ether. Okay. Dia punya homologous, bukan. Dia punya functional group ialah oxygen between two carbon. If I'm not mistaken. Okay, oxygen between two carbons kat sini. So, this is your ether. Tapi kalau kamu nak condensekan dia, just as it is. Ikut dia punya turn. Turn paling kiri ialah CH3, CH3. Tengah-tengah ada O, Belah kanan ada CH3 kat situ. So, the same goes with this structure. You have a C, and H2. So, C pertama, C kedua, C ketiga, and H kat belakang sekali. So, this is your condense. You don't have to show the double or triple or even a single bond pun tak perlu show. Okay. Yang ketiga, skeletal structural formula. Skeletal tu yang ranting-ranting tu, yang cabang-cabang macam tu. Denoted to the carbon skeletal, carbon backbone of organic molecules. Carbon skeletals refers to chains or rings. CH bonds and hydrogen atom attached to carbon are not shown in the skeletal structure. Other substituents, ni, semua ni ialah functional group. Are shown. Kena tunjuk benda Allah ni. Okay, the carbon skeletal is denoted by a zigzag. Zigzag. Joining one to another. Carbon atoms are assumed to exhibit tetravalency. Okay, this is your expanded. So, you know in your structure you have a 4 carbon, carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. So, you have 4 carbons in your expanded structural formula. So, start dengan sini dah 1 Carbon kedua, carbon ketiga, carbon keempat. So, you see, between 1 and 2 is a single bond. So, nothing. Between 2 and 3 is a single bond. Nothing. So, between 3 and 4, you have a double bond. So, masukkan saja satu lagi double bond kat situ. So, this is conversion of your expanded into your skeletal structural formula. So, the same with this structure. You have a ring. Because ni, semua lengkap dia punya ring kat situ. You have C6H12. Okay. This is your molecular formula. So, bila kamu convertkan, jadi skeletal, macam ni dia keluar. Ranting-ranting yang zigzag tadi. Okay. So, the last structure for your expanded structural formula to convert into your skeletal structural formula. So, you have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3. So, you have carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3 kat sini. Okay. Carbon 1 kepada 2, single bond, tak ada masalah. Carbon 2 kepada carbon 3, single bond, tak ada masalah. 2 ke 3, tak ada masalah. Tapi yang 3 ni, dia ada double bond O, dia ada OH. Kena tunjuk because in a skeletal structural formula, the only thing that you don't have to draw or you don't have to write is only C dengan H saja. Tak perlu nak tulis kat sini. Tapi when we have a functional group, apa functional group ni? Carboxylic acid. This is not functional group. This is your homology series. The functional group is alkoxy. Cek balik lah. Okay. So this is your homology series. So you have a carbon 3 with a double bond O and OH. Double bond O and OH. So you have to write it in your skeletal structural formula. Okay. 3D structural formula pula. 3D molecule, spatial arrangements of atoms or groups of atom within the molecule. So, ini saya pernah ajar dulu waktu SEM 1. How do you want to define? What is your gaseous wedges dengan solid wedge? Apa maksud dia? Kalau solid, maksudnya kita nampak dari depan. Coming out of the paper. Kita nampak benda tu daripada side depan kita. Ini je, this is your 3D structure. So, this is a tetrahedral punya shape kan. So, tetrahedral kalau kita pernah, yang kita pernah buat dulu, yang sama tu, when I give you the ball and stick model tu, ini ke atas. Ini kaki dia dekat atas. See kat sini. Sini. Lepas tu kat belakang tu ada benda kan. Kita akan nampak daripada side belakang. So, this is your 3D. Yang ni kamu akan nampak betul-betul dekat depan menuju ke kamu ni. So, this is in term of your solid wedges. When you see front. Ini yang belah kiri tu. Belah kiri, belah kanan. Hidrogen belah kanan. Okay. Ini hidrogen belah atas. Inilah hidrogen belah belakang tu yang kita tak nampak tu. Going in of the paper. Ini bahagian belakang. Ni 3D dia. Ini yang kita nampak depan. Hidrogen yang depan. Ini hidrogen yang kat kanan tu. Inilah hidrogen yang kat belakang. Okay. Conventional way to draw 4 bonds around a single carbon atom, tetrahedral. So this is your 3D of your tetrahedral CH4. Okay. So checkpoint 2. We also have discussed this during our class. So I just give you the answers. Okay. So propane, dia suruh minta expanded structure. Dia dah bagi molecular formula, dia suruh expandkan benda tu. So you have 3 C's. So tulislah 3 C tu dengan 8 H, masukkan saja. Okay, butanol. Okay, sorry. Nampak ni propane. So you know this is only a single bonded carbon saja yang ada dekat situ. Butanol. Al. So Al is an aldehyde. So aldehyde tu macam mana rupanya? Aldehyde. So you have to bear in mind aldehyde is a dia mesti ada C double bond O. Sini ada H. Dan sebelah sini ialah R. Okay, so you have C ada 4. Buka 1, 2, 3, 4. Aldehyde functional group dia wajib berada di hujung. Tak kiralah kanan kiri atau kanan. Wajib hujung. Okay. So kita buat kanan. C double bond O dan H dekat sini. So you ready? Draw your 4 carbon. So settle dah carbon kamu kat sini. O kamu pun dah settle. So you have the balance of 7 hydrogen left. Sebab kamu dah letak kat sini 1 hydrogen. So masukkan je lah. Ada 7. Sini 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Settle. So this is your aldehyde. So this is your answer for your aldehyde. Okay, pentanoic acid pula. Pentanoic acid is a carboxylic acid. So, carboxylic acid, apa yang ada dalam dia? So, you have to know your homology series. So, carboxylic acid mesti ada C double bond O dan OH. Okay, benda Allah ni pun mesti wajib berada di hujung. Dia tak boleh berada di tengah-tengah. Macam ni dia ada tengah-tengah kalau OH ada kat sini. OH mana boleh sambung lagi kat tepi dia. Okay, you have 5 carbons. So, kat sini ada belakangnya ada 4 lagi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, 5 carbons. 10 hydrogen. Carbon dah settle. Oksigen ada 2 dah settle. Hydrogen ada 10. So, ini baru 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Settle your structure. So, this is your answer. Pentanoic acid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. 2 oxygen here and 10 hydrogen in the molecule. So question 2 also been given. I already gave you the answers. So this is your condensed for question A, question B and question C. Okay, question 3 punya checkpoint. So draw skeletal structural formula for the following molecule. Okay. So yang ni ada karbon 1, karbon 2, ada oksigen tengah-tengah, 3 dan 4 dan 5. So you have 5 carbons. So just buat saja ikut turutan dia. So the first C attached to the second C. You have to make it into a zigzag kan. So ni second C. So masukkan C2 kepada O. Ni attachment C2 kepada O. And O kepada C3. So tarik lagi O kepada C3. This is your C3. Okay. So antara C3 kepada 4. Okay. C4 kepada C5. C4 kepada C5. Okay, this is your C5. Your C5 has a carboxylic acid kat situ. So dia ada double bond O. Terus saya saja tulis dengan OH dekat situ. Okay. Settle dah bahagian sini. So hydrogen tak perlu dimasukkan. Ada satu lagi OH kat sini. Add your carbon 2. So this is your OH. You have to write it down. Okay. So this is your OH. The rest of the hydrogen you don't have to write it down in your skeletal. So this is your skeletal for your structure A. Itu dia. Okay, structure B pun cubalah buat dulu. So kamu akan nampak. Okay, kalau kamu tak nampak benda ni as it is, make it into an expanded structure dulu. You never know that there is actually a triple bond in your structure. Cuba buka dulu, expandkan dia. Okay, contohnya CH3 ada 2. So kamu tahu dia ada attachment kepada C yang pertama ni. CH3 sini dan sini pun ada CH3. CH3 ada 2 kali repeating unit. CH3 dan C ni ialah di-attach kepada sana. Ini attachment kepada 2 ketul ni. So yang C yang kat sini pula ada satu H lagi dekat dia. Satu H kat sini. Ini ialah bonding berikutnya. So yang ni ialah carbon yang ni carbon. Okay. So ni carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4. Okay. So ni carbon 1, ni carbon 2. Okay. So carbon 1 kepada carbon 2, 1 kepada 2 dah settle 2. Ni ada H. Ada 2 H kat sini. Ni carbon 2 kan. So carbon 3 without no H. So carbon 3 terus direct kepada carbon 4. Carbon 4 ada 1 H kat sini. So if you look at this structure, it's not octet yet. Okay, carbon 1 octet ada 4. Carbon 2 octet ada 4. Carbon ketiga dan carbon keempat. Apa yang tak cukup kat sini? Bonding for your carbon 3 and carbon 4. So you know carbon 4 should have a 3 bonds, but it only have 2 kat sini. So kalau tambah 1, tambah 1 lagi. 1, 2, 3, 4 untuk carbon 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 untuk carbon 3. So you know in your condensed structure, actually there's a triple bond in your structure. So kalau tak nampak daripada condensed, convert it into expanded, then only you convert into your skeletal structure. Okay. So yang ni ialah kat sini lah.